Staring at a plain, dumb command line prompt with no clue what to do next can be a humbling experience. So let me offer you some quick help right off the top. First of all, as you saw in my example at the end of the last clip, AWS tells your shell that you want what comes next to be handled by the AWS CLI. The S3 I type next tells the CLI that I'll be using the S3 service. That's Amazon's simple storage service. Finally, ls, or list, is the command I'd like to run against that service. The CLI, using the account authentication variables that the configure tool added to my environment, will now hurry off to access my account, in this case, retrieving the names of all of my buckets. Predictably, you tell AWS that you're looking to work with CloudFormation using CloudFormation. If I just run that without specifying a command, I'll get an error message. But it's an important message, as it tells us how to access the inline documentation. Context-sensitive help is available at each layer. Let's see what happens if we add help after CloudFormation. We'll get a brief description, and then a list of all the available subcommands. Let's run the describe stacks command. There are currently no live stacks on my account, but let's do that again, adding help. This one shows us some options that'll let you filter or manipulate the data you get back. You could, for instance, point the CLI to one specific stack by using -- stack name followed by the name of an existing stack. Similar help documentation is available online on the AWS CLI site. Any differences you might notice between your inline and the online versions are probably due to version conflicts. Some options here on the web page might not yet be implemented on your system. At any rate, every single AWS service that has a CLI API has a link here, and all the available subcommands will have their own links on that page. The delete stack command, for instance, provides all the syntax options, their usage patterns, and at least one example down at the bottom. If you find it easier to work from a web page, then this might be a better option for you. Looking specifically at CloudFormation, there are some valuable resources for sample templates. JSON or YAML syntax being what they are, you probably don't want to start from an empty document. Amazon feels your pain and has done a great job creating templates for us to work with. Your first stop will be the AWS CloudFormation templates page. Here you'll find links to snippets and specific application frameworks and some more cutting-edge content. But right now I'd like to show you the sample templates organized by AWS service. I'm just going to do a little URL hacking to move us into my preferred AWS region of US East 1. You can see there are links to templates covering a number of popular services, including EC2. I've copied the contents of this EC2 instance with an elastic IP address example into a file on my workstation. But let's take a bit of a look at the JSON code that's inside. By the way, YAML will work just as well if that's what you prefer. We begin with a free-form description that helpfully tells us what kind of stack this will generate. We're also told that we could customize the template by using an existing elastic IP address instead of the one that's automatically generated. The parameters section defines the EC2 instance type. The default is t2.small, but we'd be allowed to either swap that value out for any of the other allowed values in this document, or override it from the command line, as we'll see later. You'll also need to pass in the name of an existing key pair from the current region in your AWS account, so you'll be able to open remote SSH sessions into the Linux instance that will be launched. We'll pass along that value from the command line as well. As we scroll down through the mappings section, we can see long lists of available hardware architectures and Amazon machine image identifiers for each region. This is an optional section where you can insert your own non-standard values. So say an image type will be launched based on a particular set of parameters, perhaps even a private AMI image. Such data is organized into key value pairs. The US East 1 key here actually has two possible values, HVM64 and HVM-G2. The resources section in our case defines our instance environment. The security group, for instance, is configured to open the SSH port 22, but nothing else. The instance's public IP address is also associated with the new elastic IP address that will be allocated. We'll put that template to good work soon enough. First, though, I want to show you one more Amazon resource, Quick Starts. Strictly speaking, the pre-built infrastructure stacks that are provided here to help you create more complex cloud deployments aren't directly related to CloudFormation. They were provided by third-party companies to simplify the process of building their infrastructure within the AWS platform. But the fact is that each one starts with its own unique CloudFormation template. Clicking through this first example leads us to a GitHub repo containing the templates that happen to be written in YAML. I don't know about you, but I think I find it a bit more readable this way than with JSON. Either way, feel free to use the templates as learning tools or browse through the selection to see if there's a stack there that happens to fit your needs. In the next clip, we'll prepare to launch our first stack. Find this useful? Why not follow the link in the description and head over to view the complete course on Pluralsight. And of course, for even more technology goodness, don't forget to subscribe to this channel.